Well, here it is. We have many questions to answer about the Tesla Cybertruck, but today there's only one. How far does a Cybertruck go in our official Edmunds EV Range Test? Buckle up, my friends. We got some driving to do. I cannot believe this is happening. I really mean that. The night that they showed this truck to the world for the first time, I saw it roll onto that stage and I thought to myself, I will probably never get the chance to drive that. But here I am, and let me tell you, it is bananas. But now on to the task at hand, the Edmunds EV Range Test. We take basically every new electric vehicle that goes on sale and we put it through the exact same predetermined test loop. We start with 100% charge of full battery and we drive it basically until it's completely dead. We leave about 10 miles of range left, and that's just for safety reasons. We also use satellite data to precisely track our speed and our distance to make sure everything is nice and accurate. And then comes the fun part. We give you the exact number at the end. Now, since we started doing the Edmunds EV Range Test, we've tested about 100 vehicles, which is pretty cool to say. Now, every single time we've gone through a Tesla so far, it has fallen short of its estimated range. That's not some grand conspiracy theory. I don't care about the Tesla stock price, I promise you. That just means that Tesla is kind of overconfident when it comes to giving estimates for its vehicles. And we're here to keep them honest. Will the Cybertruck be the first Tesla to actually meet expectations? Let's find out together. So I'm behind the wheel of a Tesla Cybertruck Foundation series. It has 2 electric motors, it has all-wheel drive, and according to Tesla, it will travel 318 miles rolling on all-terrain tires. Now that is according to Tesla and not the EPA. The EPA actually doesn't have numbers on this truck quite yet. So that also means that this should be the most precise, accurate, independent test of a Cybertruck to date. That's actually pretty cool to be the one driving it as I say that. Now you may have also noticed that this truck does not have the aero caps installed on the wheels. They were eating the tires prematurely, so Tesla stopped shipping the trucks with those installed until they have a fix for it. But what I can tell you is that we'll run this test again in the future with the aero caps installed, and we can see if that makes any meaningful difference in the range. So now that we're getting closer to the end of the day here, I wanted to point out that when we left this morning with a full battery, the truck was showing about 318 miles of projected range. So that can easily change one way or the other over the course of a day of driving. But now that I'm seeing all the numbers, it actually seems like the truck was more or less pretty accurate. So we'll have a review on this truck out very soon. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that so you don't miss it. But I did want to paint the picture of just what it's like experiencing a Cybertruck for a day. I've been really lucky to drive a lot of fast, expensive, colorful, crazy looking cars, and nothing comes close to the amount of attention this thing has gotten. I just had a truck full of dudes roll down their windows and chant USA, USA. Earlier today, there was a really nice lady who aggressively asked me to roll down my window, and she asked me to dinner, which I thought was really flattering. I had to politely decline. I don't think it was really me that she was into. I think it was the truck. But that's just kind of the theme of today. At least right now, where there's not that many of these things on the road, the Cybertruck is a celebrity, a legit celebrity. And if you don't believe me, during my lunch stop today, Jonah Hill from Wolf of Wall Street, an actual celebrity, was filming something at the location. And more people were walking up with their phones taking pictures of this than there were of him. It's crazy. I'm gonna quit yapping because we're almost out of range here. So let's get back to the office and see what we got. So in the end, the dual motor Tesla Cybertruck Foundation series did 334 miles on our test. And because this truck has the all-terrains, that means the Cybertruck beat its estimate by 16 miles, becoming the first Tesla model to do so in our testing. Putting that number up against the competition, we ran a dual motor Rivian 390 miles and a dual motor Ford F-150 Lightning 345 miles. To be fair, both of those trucks were on all-season tires, so the Cybertruck, equipped with the same rubber, could potentially be much more in the mix. We also have more versions to test in the future, especially once that range extender is available. Now let's be clear, that number is still a lot less than the 500 miles we were promised when Elon got on stage and showed this thing off to the world. But still, it's good to see Tesla getting more accurate with its range estimates, and we have plenty more Cybertrucks to test in the future. Will we ever hit 500 or anywhere close to it? That remains to be seen. I'll find out with you. We have plenty more coming on the Cybertruck, so stay tuned. I feel like a celebrity. Everybody keeps taking pictures of me. But nobody actually cares that I'm in the picture. Hi. Hi. Hello to you as well. Great to see you. Hi. I don't want to be famous. This sucks.